You are working in Ireland, building a life here. But your husband, your wife, your children are still back home. And right now, you are wondering, how do I bring them here? This video will answer that question clearly. Because Ireland changed the rules on family reunification in November 2025, and then changed them again in June 2026. In the next few minutes, I will explain everything simply, step by step. Let's go. Family reunification simply means bringing your close family to live with you in Ireland legally. Think of it this way. You are the sponsor. You are already living legally in Ireland. Your spouse, your child, your partner is outside Ireland. Family reunification is the legal process of bringing them to you. On 26 November 2025, the Department of Justice introduced major reforms to the non-EEA family reunification policy. These changes affect who can apply, the financial requirements, the definitions of dependents, and the types of residency permissions issued to family members. And from June 12, 2026, further changes specifically affecting refugees are also now in force. If you are from outside the EU, these changes affect you. Let me walk you through them. Before anything else, you need to know which category you belong to. Think of it like which lane you are in. Different lane, different rules. There are 3 categories of sponsors under the new policy. Category A, this is for Irish citizens, people who have been granted refugee status or subsidiary protection in Ireland. No waiting period to apply for a spouse or partner. But there are income rules and new rules from June 2026 which I will cover shortly. Category B, this is for people on specialist permits like critical skills employment permit holder, hosting agreement holders, state-sponsored scholars, doctors on stamp 1H. There's no waiting period, no income threshold for a spouse before application. Category C, this is for general employment permit holders, reactivation employment permit holders, certain stamp 4 holders. Must wait 12 months before applying for a spouse or children. Must wait 5 years for any other family member. If you are on a critical skills employment permit, you are in the best position of all 3 categories. Here is what that means for you in simple terms. Critical skills employment permit holders can apply for family reunification straight away from the Immigration Service delivery of the Department of Justice from day 1. No waiting period. You do not need to prove your income for bringing your spouse. In fact, there is no financial threshold for a Category B sponsor to sponsor their spouse, civil partner. The government assumes you earn enough because of the nature of your permit. Your spouse can work freely in Ireland. When your spouse arrives, they get what is called a stamp 1G. In simple terms, this stamp lets them work in any job in Ireland. They do not need their own separate work permit, and your children can work when they turn 16. From 26 November 2025, dependent children of critical skills employment permit holders get a stamp 1G permission when they reach 16 years of age, allowing them to work without needing a separate employment permit. 2 things to watch out for. There is a 2-year wait before Category B sponsors can apply for dependent parents or dependent adult children. And adult children must meet a strict medical or psychological test, which I will explain later. Now let us talk money. Because the amount you need to earn depends on your category and who you want to bring. To be sure you can afford to support your family when they arrive. Here are the numbers. Category A, refugees and Irish citizens. You need a total of €40,000 gross income across the 3 years before you apply to sponsor a spouse or partner. That works out at roughly €13,333 per year over 3 years. Category B, critical skills. Permit. No income needed for a spouse or partner. The government assumes your permit salary is sufficient. Category C, general employment. Permit. You need more than €30,000 gross income in the previous year for a spouse or partner. To sponsor one child as well, you need more than €44,300. Currently, to sponsor a single child on their own, a general employment permit holder now needs to earn over €50,000 gross per year, an increase of approximately €7,000 from before. The rule that applies to everyone, no exceptions. Only one individual sponsor's income will be counted. This means if your household earns €80,000 combined, only your salary is assessed. Your partner's income does not count. This is one of the most significant and controversial changes in the entire new policy. To bring a dependent parent or adult relative any category, the income threshold for a single dependent adult relative for any type of sponsor is now €92,789 per year. That is the salary you need to earn every year for the past 3 years to bring a parent or dependent adult relative to Ireland. Children under 18 still eligible as before, but adult children aged 18 to 23 in college or university from November 26, 2025 can no longer be sponsored simply because they are in full-time education. Think of it this way before, if your 21-year-old son or daughter was in university back home, that was enough to include them. Now it is not. To qualify as a dependent adult child now, the adult child must be dependent on the parent's care due to a serious medical or psychological condition that makes independent life unsustainable. In plain English, they must have a serious health condition that means they genuinely cannot live on their own. 2 more important rules for everyone. 1. You must have secure private accommodation, not emergency housing, ready for your family before they arrive. 2. Your family member must apply from outside Ireland. You cannot bring someone here on a short stay visit and then apply for family reunification after they arrive. If you are a refugee or have subsidiary protection, this section is specifically for you. And everything I am about to say is current and in force right now. From June 12, 2026, refugees must wait 2 years from the date on their ministerial letter before they can apply to bring their spouse or children to Ireland. Let me make that very simple. Your ministerial letter is the official letter from the Minister for Justice that tells you that you have been granted refugee status. The date on that letter is when your clock starts. You must wait 2 full years from that date before applying. So if your letter is dated today, June 2026, your earliest application date is June 2028. When you do apply, 3 things are assessed. 1. Your income. Family reunification will only be granted where you can show you have enough money to support the family members you want to bring here. You must be earning and self-sufficient. 2. Your social welfare history. Whether you are claiming social welfare or housing assistance will be considered when your application is assessed. You must not be receiving certain social welfare payments. The government has not yet published the exact full list of payments that will disqualify an application. This detail is still being confirmed. But based on what has been stated in the Reunification and by the Department of Justice, payments like job seekers allowance, supplementary welfare allowance, and housing assistance payment are likely to be assessed. Seek for legal advice before you apply. 3. IPS debt. You must not owe money to International Protection Accommodation Services, known as IPAS. IPAS is the service that provided your accommodation while your asylum application was being processed. If you owe any money for that accommodation, you must pay it off before you can apply for family reunification. Here is exactly what to do depending on your situation. If you are on a critical skills employment permit, category B, you can apply right now, no waiting period at all. No income proof needed for your spouse or partner. Your spouse will get stamp 1G. They can work freely in Ireland. Your children get stamp 1G automatically when they turn 16. Make sure your family member applies from outside Ireland. Want to bring a parent or adult child? You must wait 2 years first. Keep your critical skills permit renewed. No gaps in permission. If you are a refugee or have subsidiary protection, category A, check the date on your ministerial letter. Your 2-year clock starts there. Your earliest application date is 2 full years after that letter date. Start building your income record now. You need 40,000 euros total over 3 years. Pay attention to welfare payments received before applying. Pay off any money you owe to IPAS before applying. Contact the Irish Refugee Council for free advice. If you are on a general employment permit, category C, wait 12 full months on your permit before applying. Earn at least 30,000 euros gross for a spouse or partner. Earn at least 44,300 euros gross for a spouse and 1 child. Earn over 50,000 euros gross to sponsor 1 child on their own. Remember, only your income counts, not your partner's or spouse's. Prepare proof of private accommodation before applying. Your family member must apply from outside Ireland. For everyone, all categories. Adult children aged 18 to 23 in college or university no longer qualify automatically. Adult children must have a serious medical or psychological condition to qualify. To bring a parent or dependent adult relative, you need 92,789 euros gross per year. Application fees now apply to all family reunification applications. Private suitable accommodation must be in place before your family arrives. Being separated from your family is one of the hardest things you can go through. I hope this video made the rules a little clearer and less overwhelming. Please share this with someone who needs it. These rules are complex, and most people do not know them yet. Subscribe for more plain English immigration updates every week. And if you have a question, drop it in the comments.